Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Divine Feminine Oracles. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my two amazing, beautiful soul sisters, also from Maison Jupiter. So, first of all, let me welcome you, my regular co host, Meg Moonbeam. How are you, Meg?
I'm good, coming from rainy and windy Belgium. We've had no sun for it feels like months. So I am vitamin D deficient at the moment, but I'm very happy to be with you both. And yeah, going to be a fun show tonight.
Yeah, I think so. And I love the color. I think you balanced it out with wearing bright colors to be sunny. I love it.
Yeah.
And let me walk you. Well, my words. Let me say that once again. So I'm feeling better, but as you can see, my words are a little bit weird. Let me welcome my sister, my real sister, Sophie. How are you doing,
Hey.
Sophie?
I'm good, but do you feel this energy of the full moon? Because I think we are under a lot of energy right now. So I'm really hoping that we are going to see what is happening with the eclipse and not the eclipse. It feels like it's the eclipse though, but the full moon with tonight's show.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that before we talk about the other type of content for tonight. We had the exact full moon that was yesterday on the 27th in Gemini. That was kind of a weird one because it was making a T-square to Saturn. So I think a lot of us had a lot of let's say added work or responsibilities. Maybe a lot of you were more busy than usual. Maybe you have to work harder to get let's say documents, papers, and that's the case with me because I am in the process of purchasing a house and it's getting very, very complicated. Well, yeah, let's not celebrate just quite yet because there is a lot of work to be put into that process, but fingers crossed, everything's going to go well. But yeah, I did have a lot more work to put into that. And I'd like to ask you both, like, how did this full moon manifest for you? Like, how were you feeling? I'll start with you, Meg.
And now it's like raining really, really hard. So I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Just a
But
little.
yeah, it goes with how I was feeling. The weather is reflecting. I was feeling really off
Mm.
on the day of the full moon. Yesterday and the day before, just really low energy, really down, kind of feeling depressed even. I was going into one of my Scorpio moods there with this full moon, which is interesting because it wasn't like conjuncting anything major in my personal astrology, but I do have my South Node in Gemini.
Ah.
So it might have had something to do with my South Node, with the full moon being in Gemini. But yeah, I noticed a lot of people feeling really off. And I posted a little video on my social media yesterday that I felt kind of like vulnerable as a Scorpio, putting that out there, saying how I was feeling. And a lot of people were messaging me saying, thank you for saying how you're honestly feeling. It makes me feel like I'm not going crazy too. So it showed me sometimes it's good to show our vulnerability, to let people know that a lot of us are feeling the same things, I feel like, but
Yeah.
sometimes we may not be sharing to the full extent maybe what we're struggling with or really feeling. So I felt it really, really intensely. And I feel like in the collective, noticing now that we're in Sagittarius season, everybody's beliefs, like people seem to be really hung up on their beliefs. And I guess maybe I am too in certain ways. And just watching that play out now that we're in Sagittarius season with this full moon in Gemini, it's very mental energy, thinking and taking in information. And with the Mercury square Neptune, trying to sift through what's real and what's not real. So I'm just sitting back and just watching what's going down.
Yeah, definitely, Meg. And I don't know if you noticed, but every time we have either a full moon, a new moon, or just the moon conjuncting Saturn, and this one, it wasn't conjuncting Saturn, but it was T-squaring Saturn, so pointing with a lot of attention towards planet Saturn. I noticed that when there is a connection between the moon and Saturn, that usually people are feeling more depressed, down. The energy level usually is more like down. It's a heavier energy. So I kind of noticed that. Did you, Meg, also?
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
think that has something to do with it. And also Neptune as well. Not as heavy as Saturn, like you're saying, but Neptune as well can be like mental health and just feeling really sensitive.
Yeah, definitely. And I just noticed while I was talking to you guys that the full moon was conjuncting my Chiron in Gemini. So I've been having a very healing weekend, and I was sharing with Meg and Sophie just before going live. I was kind of a little bit desperate because this, let's say, lungs issue was getting longer than expected. So I really wanted to get better. So I went for the full tough treatment with my Chinese doctor, and which is Sophie's also Chinese doctor. So he's amazing, but he's on the rough side of things. So usually when you go there, you suffer a lot, but it's worth it because you heal a lot faster in the end. So he said, "Oh, we're going to do the fire cups on you," and it's the first time that he actually used the fire cups, and I've been there like maybe like 6 times in the past. And I was like, "Oh, fire cup sounds fun." And then oh my god, the suffering was real. And my back is all purple now, but I'm feeling a lot better. It's just but yeah. And then I did a detox on Sunday because I really wanted to put all the chances on my side to heal as fast as I could. So a lot of healing, but in a very let's say intense kind of way for me. And like side Laura saying yes, felt the healing to me too. So good.
Oh,
So
and I saw the video that Meg you posted also, and thank you so much for sharing what you felt. Really, it's healing to see that others are going through the same thing that you are. And I shared with you also that I was agreeing because I felt that heaviness that you were mentioning. I felt that like a depressive symptom. But I did the cards yesterday and about this full moon, and I saw a lot of the Hierophant, and the Hierophant for me it's Saturn. So I was wondering, is there an aspect to Saturn because we had that heaviness? I'm losing my voice. That heaviness of purging something that is stuck inside of us for a very long time. And this is what we're feeling with our feelings, by the way. It's not that we're going cuckoo here. It's not just the collective that we're sensing this time. It's something that is inside of us, stuck inside, that wouldn't budge even with the eclipse that we recently went through. And that this full moon was really getting out of her system. And that Saturn was always in my card. So I was wondering why, and now I know. And by the way, most people, and let me know with the astrology if that makes sense, but with the card, it says that most people, what they are purging, it's yes, limiting belief and Mercury energy. Yes, it makes sense. But it was also more about relationship patterns that we were releasing. Does that make sense with the astrology?
Meg, did you want to comment to that? I will comment after you.
Yeah, I think definitely there were lots of things with the full moon showing that there's relationship patterns we're releasing, with it being in Gemini, which rules more like friendships, sibling, cousin relationships. And then the full moon was at a Cancer degree, which is family members, family relationships. And then Venus, the planet of love, our love relationships, work partnerships, and clients, was conjunct the South Node, which is our point of release. And actually, I believe for me, it's Wednesday right now. For you guys in the
Yeah,
Eastern time, it's Tuesday still. But on November 29th, I believe we're going to have Venus conjunct the South Node exact.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that. That's one of the subjects for tonight's show. But yeah, totally,
So
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Max, for that. Yeah, I prepared a slide for you guys because we're still in this Venus conjunct the South Node. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense, Sophie, what you were saying about that. And for me too, I noticed like it was a lot of past emotions that weren't processed. Let's say accurately enough. So like the illness was kind of the result of the emotions that weren't processed from the past. So and when we were doing the astrology course, when we were talking about the 4 elements within our chart, I was saying that personally, I don't have any water or barely any water in my chart. And what you usually have when you don't have any water, it's like, it's you have more, let's say, difficulty to process emotions and harder stuff. So I can really, let's say I have something very heartbreaking that happens in my life. Like I will be like, okay, let's just talk about something else and like put it out of the way and be okay like the next day. But the emotions are still not really processed. So usually that happens like a year later, and I'm like, and I'm crying for no reason. So usually, if that's your case, also if you don't have a lot of water in your chart, you're like more fire, air, or earth. It may be more difficult, or you may process emotions maybe a bit delayed than regular people. So I wish sometimes I had a little Scorpio, Pisces, or she's like, no, or no, Sophie.
No, I admire the way you are, and I wish I could have more restraint. So don't go on my side. It's not fun.
So there's good and bad with the water
Yeah.
stuff. Like, you guys feel a lot deeper than most people, so maybe that's the harder part of facing emotions. But then you don't have to process them a year later. So
Yay.
yay! And talking about this film, I just wanted to end up on this. We'll be having the full moon singing bowl meditation tomorrow. So I think it's perfect timing because it lets us really process whatever has been showing up in our lives. And then we can really work with the energy, the powerful energies of this full moon. And that's going to be tomorrow. And since we have a lot of energy with Neptune and Mercury, and with this Venus South Node conjunction, which we're going to talk about in just a moment, I think there's a lot of forgiving potential, a lot of healing potential, which is Neptune also, and learning how to communicate with love to ourselves, first of all, because Gemini is all about the words that we choose to express. So how do we talk to ourselves? How do we about our inner dialogue, but also about how we communicate with others in the frequency of love. So I think that's going to be a super amazing and wonderful meditation, as usual, with Elena and Janine. So if you'd like to join this full moon live meditation, it's going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. So you can register now on beyondmystic.academy. And it's a sliding scale in principle from $22 to $222. So you give whatever feels okay with you. And of course, if you are facing financial difficulties, please don't hesitate to write us an email, and we'll make sure that you can join this full moon meditation with all of us. So that's going to be tomorrow. And I forgot to say at the beginning of the show, but of course, if you are watching from Beyond Mystic, please don't forget to like this content and subscribe to the channel. So we are simulcasting tonight on the Maison Jupiter channel on YouTube, also on the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. And we are also simulcasting on Rumble with the Beyond Mystic Rumble channel. So don't forget to give us a like or a rant if you are enjoying this type of content. And also later on, we'll be answering some questions from you. So if you'd like to have your question answered, and of course, we'll try our best, but we cannot guarantee that all the questions will be answered, but we'll really try our best. You can send us a super chat through the Maison Jupiter channel, or also a Rumble rant, and we'll try to monitor both with the questions. So that's it. And then before we dive into the Venus South Node conjunction, which is very interesting for love, karmic partner, and karmic patterns in our life, I wanted to present you a pyramid from Carla. Let me just find it on my slide deck. So we'll have one pyramid and one candle for one of you lucky supporters from the Rumble rants and the YouTube super chats for tonight. So let's hear what Carla has to say. So tonight it'll be the pyramid named Liam.
Hi guys, this is Carla from Ascension Orgonites, and today I have the additional piece for the Divine Masculine series. The name is Liam. So Liam is made of hematite stones, opalite crystals, aluminum metals, and the Merkaba or Metatron symbol in silver. So hematite is a very masculine stone. It helps with grounding, heal the body, also bring calm in stressful situations. Opalite is known as a success stone. It helps with transitions. It also encourages persistence and gives strength, removes all blockages we may have in our chakra or in our bodies. I'll give it a quick turnaround so you can see it. And there's Liam. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carla. I really appreciate that. And also we have a beautiful candle for one of you lucky supporters also. And tonight it'll be the Beyond Mystic Earth candle from the beautiful Elena. So Elena produces those candles by hand. So they are handmade and infused with a full moon charged crystal. So this one is infused with a black obsidian for
That's the one I have.
Is it the same one you have? It's Earth. Do you like? How would you describe the scent, Sophie?
The scent, I'm used to it because I work with it. So it's this one doesn't smell too much feminine or masculine. This one is very neutral, and it's just very cozy. So I like that one when I work, because I like to just have protection around me with that stone, and also just purge the card with this. So it's a smell that is just, it's reassuring. That's how I would describe it.
I love that. Thank you, Sophie. So that's patchouli scented, and it's really, as you said so well, grounding and protective. So that's the Beyond Mystic Earth Candle. And of course, if you are shopping for holidays gift, you can head out on the Maison Jupiter website, of course. And if you use Beyond Mystic in one word, you'll get 10% off your candle purchase, and also available for the pyramid side. That's going to be on ascensionorgonites.com. You can visit Carla there with her beautiful pyramids, and also use Beyond Mystic in one word to get 10% off. And also, I just wanted to show you guys that I did a little update here on the website. So yes, we have gift cards now available for the readings. Oops, let me get back to there. So you can gift a reading also if you don't know what to buy someone, and that can be a great gift idea if you'd like to have something more unique or different for a loved one. So that's also available on Maison Jupiter. And the code Beyond Mystic is also available for the gift cards. All right, now I wanted to talk about this Venus South Node conjunction, because we're kind of having it from November 25th, so from a few days ago, and we'll be feeling it until December 3rd, until Venus sort of goes out and enters the next sign. So let's say about a week of having this Venus South Node conjunction in the sign of Libra. And I'd like to first have your first impressions, Meg, on this conjunction. What do you think is happening? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think relationships is definitely the theme with this. And it feels like one of the most intense times with the South Node being in Libra, North Node being in Aries, that axis that we're on, where there's breakups happening and there's relationship shifts happening. I'm seeing it in my personal life with friends, with clients, that those shifts are happening. And I'm also noticing, because the South Node, you guys, for those who might not know, represents our past and what we're moving away from collectively. And it's in the sign of Libra right now, which rules relationships, in love, in work, with clients, other people's needs, others, our relationships with others. So it's a really big time of Venus, the ruler of Libra, being in her home sign of Libra, conjunct the South Node, where we're really being faced with some of these kind of funky aspects going on, to really go past the illusions in our relationships, go past our own stagnant patterns that are maybe keeping us in certain relationships or attracting certain things to us, to move forward into that North Node and Aries energy, which is self-empowerment, right? And honoring ourselves. So it's totally normal, you guys, if you're noticing in life that there's funny things going on with relationships. And if you're not having that at the moment, then maybe there's not a lot of karmic relationships you have. Everybody's different. I think there's some people that are really feeling that, particularly if it's a marriage, Libra rules marriage, or a committed partnership in love or work. So it's important for us to be honest with ourselves about our values, because that's Libra as well, in our relationships. And are we on the same page as people, or are we just pretending we're playing out a Neptune kind of illusion for whatever reason? And it could be past life too, the South Node.
Yeah, on that note, I'd like to bring you, Sophie, into the mix. And like Laura saying, feeling out of alignment with some old friends. Yeah, like Laura, I totally feel you. I think we're all having second thoughts about certain relationships in our life. And I think that's also one of the missions of this conjunction. Sophie, first of all, your thoughts on this conjunction, and second of all, I'd like you to pull some cards. Maybe if you could let us know a message from the cards, maybe for this conjunction. What are we being called to do with the Venus South Node conjunction?
Sure. So I was I was laughing because Maggie said if you don't have a lot of karmic situation, maybe you're not going to feel it a lot. And if you remember, Julie, a month or two ago, maybe I said to you, it's weird. Everybody that I dated in the past, 20 years, are coming back full circle. And I did not update you on that, but now I'm at 12 that did ask to come back. So
12 in the past month?
No. Since like maybe the 3 months. So I mean, I think I'm doing a huge cleansing of my love life.
Wow.
I may be the worst at karmic partners.
well, I'd like to say that you're in Pisces rising. So I feel like Pisces is a highly karmic sign.
Yay.
First of all. And second of all, your sun is conjunct the South Node.
Yeah.
So like past lives are part of your life. Karma is kind of very much part of your life, I feel, in your mission too. If that makes any sense.
Yes, absolutely. So what is
You're not weird. You're not weird. You're just very special.
It's just I heard that a few days ago and it really resonated with me. Is this phase we're going back in time, ending patterns. So we are reclaiming the power that we left behind. So I'm okay with that phase. It's just weird. It's just comical at that point. It's just, I don't see it happening a lot with other people. Let me know in the comment if that happened to you. But at that point, it's a lot.
Well, Ellie's saying you are in love with growth, Sophie. Only the strongest would choose that. Yes, I love that.
Thank you. Can you remind me of your question, please?
Yes. So what would be the message from, let's say, guidance from the cards, and how should we, let's say, move through this Venus South Node conjunction? Okay. What is the teaching lesson?
The first card is justice. So karmic is really important. King of Cups. Relationships are about reaching a maturity and a level of emotion, control of your emotion and mastery of your emotions. We have Page of Swords and Two of Pentacles and the Strength. Underneath the deck, we have Six of Cups. All of this is about unconditional love to yourself. And this phase is just to remind you that you need to be your own priority. So it's a Christmas deck, by the way. So we have the Justice, King of Cups, Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Strength. So what it means for me is that we are all collectively during that phase are going to have to face what we say inside of our head to ourselves and what is our vision to our reality in love. I say our vision because what you think is going to impact what you accept and what you don't accept in love. And what if you're too positive or if you're too negative, you need to have the great balance. This is a card also of justice. You need to be realistic and you need to watch what you say to yourself. So also what others says to you. So if you have good friends around you that gives you really good advice about relationship, fine. But if you have crappy friends, sorry for that word, if you have really bad friends that are maybe bad influences, or if that partner in particular is telling you that this is normal and you don't feel that, there is going to be a revision of what am I hearing, what am I thinking about love, what is my vision of it from inside, and revisiting that concept for what it means for you and changing it with strength this time. So changing it, you're going to have this clarity and you're going to be able to just move out of patterns and move out of old concept that doesn't resonate with you anymore.
Wow. And can I ask a supplemental question maybe? That makes a lot of sense. Let's say maybe for the single people here, is this conjunction preparing, let's say the 12 X's coming back in your life, is this preparing for more of like a soulmate energy? Because there is also, I was preparing the Astro Roof for December with Meg that we're going to have on Thursday. And there's a beautiful energy throughout the month of December like soulmates, so Neptune in good relationship to Venus. So I'm feeling like the month of December for some people could be very, let's say, magical towards love. So is that like, is this work in, like, let's say, to give up on some unhealthy pattern regarding relationship? Is it there in order to make space for like a special connection with a soulmate, let's say, for those single people?
Not for all of them. I'm sorry to say that. Not for all of them. And I'm going to explain. Okay. So we have 5 of Cups, the Magician, the Empress. So it looks good. Then it switched to 6 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. I have a lot more of sentence, but I will just resume. So this means that what those card means is that for most of us, maybe that wants to get rid of old patterns. I'm including that in me because I have now 12 karmic that just show up out of nowhere. So you are going to purge old karmic debts in love and purging old way of maybe talking to yourself, of seeing love. And maybe for you, it's not that you're single. Maybe you are in a partnership, but you want something changing in that. So the way you talk to each other, the way you communicate, the way you also have your needs met in that same relationship, not just for singles. The goal of all of this is a long-term, yes, find a perfect partner, but the short term will be to find a 6 of Cups energy, to be in a place where you're happy, whatever, because it's your own term and you're happy with this. It's going to purge maybe the need of, maybe not the need, but you're going to purge the feeling of loneliness and the feeling of accepting less because you were told that this is acceptable. This is the first step. And then, of course, after all, with that being cleansed, meeting the new person that will fit will be easier, way easier.
So it's more beneficial, let's say, on an individual level, first of all, to clear out any kind of lingering karma that's in our field. So, okay, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. And I just want to bring up the slide that I made here for this Venus South Node conjunction. So, of course, karmic partnerships are being highly activated at this time, highly activated. We could be meeting new people, but from past lives, to clear some karma with them. So that could be the case for some of you. We could also be meeting people from past lives to accomplish a certain mission together. So maybe it's not just to clear karma, but maybe you have some experiences to make together in this lifetime. Another way we could see this conjunction is letting go of heavy karma within karmic relationship. And when we say karmic, it's not necessarily a negative relationship. It just means that you have a lot of history, let's say, from past lives together. And some relationships might be ending if they aren't spiritually aligned, because the South Node is a very spiritual influence. So whenever we have a planet conjunct the South Node, this planet gets depleted from its energy, or it gets transformed to a more spiritual meaning. So that's often the case whenever something conjuncts the South Node. And at the time where we're talking, it's squaring Pluto with the nodes. So it's a very karmic time we're in right now. And there's kind of an energetic purge that could be going on to prepare either for a union within the self, as you were talking, Sophie, or for an external union with a future soulmate or partner. And of course, whenever there's a T-square with Pluto from the nodes, which is the case right now, there's important choices in regards to relationships happening. And if you are in a, let's say, in a harmonious relationship, you could also be including more spiritual energy, infusing more spirituality within this partnership, or more rituals. You could be, let's say, for example, starting to meditate with your partner, or you could be finding out about your past lives and what kind of unites you together within an already existing relationship. Let us know if that makes sense, if you connect with those alignments. And Meg, could I ask you to maybe pull some cards for Sophie, if you allow me? She's like, look at me with a weird face. Okay, only if you're okay, Sophie.
I'm not sure I want to know.
No?
What would be the question you want to ask?
What's the meaning of the 12 X's?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good question. Are you okay with it, Sophie?
Yeah. I just don't want to know what's coming. I want to be surprised.
Okay, let's see. What? Wow. Okay, that's crazy. So, Star Brothers,
Ooh.
Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So that's interesting because it's saying brothers, and I'm assuming that they're all men.
They're
Right,
not
so yeah, they're not brothers. They're like maybe not necessarily soul family, maybe some of them are, but there's soul connections I'm feeling with that Star Brothers card. And it feels like things coming to a completion point. It feels like, I don't know if maybe any of those partners you felt not complete with it in some kind of way, but it's kind of like them circling back as Star Brothers connected to you on a soul level to give you that safety and trust and loyalty of completing so that something new can come forward. Let me see. I also want to pull some Lenormand here. Lenormand cards, because that's a big deal. I've 12 partners.
I mean, okay, it made me sound weird. I didn't have a full-on relationship with all 12, maybe dating, okay?
Yeah, of course.
We got that.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the Lenormand cards, I always pick 3 of these. So the first one is, how do I hold these? Like this. The first one is the broom, and it's sweeping away and it's cleansing, right? So pretty self-explanatory. Second card is the dog, which is interesting because I feel like that Star Brothers card and the dog have a similar meaning because they're both about loyalty and trust.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like whether those guys are even conscious of it or not, they're actually giving you a gift by reaching out and completing it in some kind of way so that you can then move forward to anchor into something new and beautiful. That's what it feels like.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Meg, for that. Sophie, reactions?
Well, that's pretty much what I was hoping it was, that I was gaining back my power and I was closing some kind of chapter, and I was really welcoming that end. I was just expecting that it would be quicker. Thank you.
made me laugh so much. Yeah. Sophie, let's talk about this new series, Beyond the Stars. Can you let us know about what it is? When is it going to air? When is it airing? Let us know about that.
Let us know. Okay, good. I'm really excited about this. So it's basically going to be, I wanted to add my own DNA. It's basically Beyond Entertainment that I rebrand with my own DNA. Okay, we wanted to continue the show. We love that show. Kristen did an amazing job. So I wanted to twist it my own way instead of doing the same thing. Let me know what you think about my formula. My own DNA, like, you know, I'm all about the 50s. I'm all about old Hollywood. I love history. So what I'm doing is I'm still taking people from actuality. I'm still taking teams and people from the news when there is news about personality from Hollywood. But I'm also comparing it with, is that something that happened in the past? Did we see that before, or is that brand new from Hollywood? Are they revealing something new, or are they just showing up something again and again and again? So I'm comparing it with all cases of Hollywood. And this is basically a psychic spy without Meg. So I love that show. It's really a lot of history, a lot of research, and a lot of magical cards that we can look now on the screen. I have the camera with the cards. So I'm hoping you will love it.
Amazing. So the first one is going to be Thursday, right?
Yes.
And I believe it's on YouTube as well as Rumble. Is that the case?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Amazing. Can't wait to see this one. And I just started a comment over here. Where is it? Oh, Leslie is saying, Sophie, I'm so looking forward to do Beyond Entertainment. So yes, that's going to be the new Beyond the Stars. So a lot of people are very excited about this one. I am as well. And okay. And also talking about this psychic spy. Do you guys know already when's the next one?
Yes. Do you want to share, Meg, or should I? Oh,
Oh.
you're on mute. So I will. Okay.
Yes, you can.
Thank you. So we are starting Psychic Spy once a month, and we are starting the first week of December. It's going to be still on Monday. And the first, should we reveal the first victim?
Sure.
Okay. So it's going to be a topic that I will have to explain why it's exciting for most of you, because it doesn't sound exciting, but it's Shakespeare. And why we took that one, it's because there is going to be link, and I'm not going to reveal much, but there is going to be links with a real treasure hunt with secret codes, secret societies, and a lot of histories. So you don't want to miss this if you like that kind of, if you like the Oak Island episode that we did, you're going to love that one too.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sophie, for that. And sorry, Cosmic Theory Witch says the title for your Astro Brew says January. I put both December and January on the board today, so that's maybe why there was some confusion. But Thursday on November 30th, we're going to do the Astro Brew for December, and that's going to be live at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we planned ahead the next one because it's going to be in the holiday season, and we wanted to make sure that we were both available. So the next one is going to be January 4th. That's going to be for the month of January. So very excited about that. And what did I want to bring up? Thank you so much for your super chat, Kennedy Kate. And we'll answer it before we end the show for sure. And I want also to thank Miriam Wallace for your super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Chelsea's saying, fabulous episode, Jean-Claude, today, Aliens on the Moon. So fascinating. I haven't had the time to watch it, but I watched right after the show. Meg, have you?
I started watching the first half hour of it, and I was like on the edge of my seat, riveted.
Okay.
I've seen Dick Algier. Is that the right way to
Algier?
I've heard him speak before, but it's so cool. First time I was hearing his team of the other future forecasters speak, and they seem like really high level dudes that know what they're doing. And it's what's it called? The not astral projection. Why am I having a brain fart? What they do?
Remote viewing.
Remote viewing, yeah. That's so cool. I find that fascinating. So yeah, that's an amazing episode. You guys go check out that show.
All right, I will for sure. Like Laura saying, Julie would never make a mistake. Actually, I do make mistakes, especially when Mercury is retrograde. But thank you, Laura. And a lot of people are excited about Shakespeare. Shakespeare sounds fascinating. Connie's saying, I absolutely love Shakespeare. So a lot of people seem very excited about this one. Good topic, says Tim. Shakespeare code is interesting. Yes. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good job on pronouncing my name. I wasn't sure. Thank you for the validation. Okay, I wanted to do a little something special. Sophie, do you think you're up for my special idea? All right.
Sure.
I love your enthusiasm. Thank you so much. Okay. So since we're already into the month of December, the end of the Gregorian year of 2023, shall I say, is ending very soon. Already this Friday will be December 1st. Oh my God, this is crazy. This has gone so fast this year. So I wanted to maybe get the chance for Meg and I to ask you a question or have a reading, let's say a general reading for kind of what energies are going to be coming through. If that's okay with you, of course.
Absolutely.
Meg, do you want to start? And do you have like a specific question regarding like an aspect of your life, or would you like a more general pull?
A gift to get a little reading from Sophie. That's very special. Okay. I'll ask just general 2024. What's in the cards? What are you picking up? And I remember, Sophie, when I first met you guys in last December, you did a reading for me the first time, and I just had a flashback of how accurate and amazing that was. So if you guys have never had a reading from Sophie, you got to do that. really, really check her out. She's awesome.
Totally agree. Totally agree. All right. And right before we do that, if you guys have any personal questions, I'll keep them on the side and we'll try to answer as much as we can at the end of the show. Go ahead, Sophie.
Okay. Meg, do you have any requests of which deck you want me to use?
Go with whatever you feel.
Perfect. Let's do it. Let's use the bunnies for you.
Okay.
And Julie has a mouse. Okay, let's see. So the your question would be for the next year. What is the main energy coming up for you?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay. So definitely there is going to be off-limit topics. So I'm going to just ask you if there is anything that you don't want to reveal, just yes or no, because there is no. Okay.
No, I'm good with whatever you feel.
Okay.
Scorpio's going all in. I love it.
Going all in.
Okay, first card is, oh my gosh. It's not stopping. Meg, you have a fantastic year ahead. Fantastic.
Okay.
Wow, it's not stopping. Okay, just with those cards, I will be able to tell you the whole year. So the first card you have is the Chariot. So this is the moving. So in the first part of the year, a moving. And what you have there, it's funny because we were talking about this just before we came on live. So I just want to say that the first oracle that you have is nostalgia. So the big change of moving is going to bring a lot of grief, but this is normal. And why grief? It's because you're going to make an investment in a new home. That means selling one. So there is nostalgia, and it will feel for one of you guys like you're leaving behind a part of your heart. So there is going to have you're going to have to deal with this topic with a lot of empathy and sensibility, because it's really deeply rooted in the heart of maybe both of you when it comes to leaving something behind. And I really recommend a ceremony. So maybe something like leaving locks. Is that a good word for cadenas, Julie?
Locks?
Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart, but
you know, when you leave locks on the oh, I'm having a brain fart too. It's Mercury retrograde pre-shadow, so that's already messing with our brains.
yeah, it's a lock and a key. Yeah, it's a lock.
Yeah, the lock and the key. Yeah, so you're locking both us on. Oh my God, the brain, the words, complicated tonight.
It's the square to Neptune, I think. Honestly,
on top of it. Okay, good. So that's just one idea, but I'm really struggling with naming it. But put a lock with both your names. Put something sacred in, maybe planting a seed, planting a tree where you leave, because there's a need of leaving something behind and having something that is yours in that place, so you can grieve better, so it's easier. Also, it says that when you find that new home at a distance, we have temperance. So everything will be smoother, everything will be more easy, everything will be just flowing naturally, and it will feel more like a vacation. So I'm assuming with this that you have a lot of maybe schedule with the time that you have to, like tonight, you have to be awake really longer because you don't have the same time schedule. All of this will get resolved, and you will be able to have more vacation time and more free time that is going to be better. It says happy squirrels.
Yay.
Yeah. So there's awesome. A lot more, but yeah, I think that's
what we can share for Meg. Wow. Your reaction, does that make any sense?
Well, that makes perfect sense. Oh my God, even it makes personal sense. What the heck? Yeah, it's making me feel emotional because, like, for me, being in a international relationship with Jens, someone from a completely different country than me, I'm the one that left my home country to come to Belgium the past 3 years. And not only was there that going on, I was locked out of Canada for 2 years because of the mandate. So I've spent a lot of time on this land. I've spent a lot of time in this house. And I think there's going to be nostalgia for both Jens and myself of actually letting it go and letting all that energy go and stepping into the future. So that was very spot on and really good advice as well.
Lakeside Laura says, bury a crystal. I love that. Sophie, do you think that would make sense for Meg?
Absolutely. And a seed with the crystal. So something will grow out of it that would be magical.
I love that. Thank you. I have started quite a couple comments. Thank you, Ellie, for ruling for us. Like they were commenting about our inability to speak properly tonight, and Ellie saying plus multiple languages. So thank you, Ellie, for understanding, giving us excuses to have our tongue tied tonight. Thank you for all the beautiful comments and the love. I really feel it. Britt Merritt is saying, love you, 3 gorgeous ladies. Thank you so much. RK Jr. is saying, great energy tonight. Yes, at least we're laughing about our inability to speak properly. Love it. Love the love here tonight. Thank you, Connie. Leilani is saying, I've had 2 readings from Sophie, but it's been a while. My connection to Sophie was like a sister. Love you, Sophie. Really appreciate this comment, Leilani. Thank you so much. And Silojo was saying, whoop, let me show you. Because you chose the bunny deck for Meg, and someone was saying, yes, very fertile animal. And wedding, then little bunnies. Let's do that in order.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And Silojo saying, I better start shopping at Beyond Mystic. So yes, I put out a MailChimp, I believe it was yesterday. So we have gift cards, we have a couple of options, and also on the Beyond Mystic Academy, we have gift cards for all the courses possible. So if you'd like to find maybe something a bit less, let's say, traditional to give to someone you love, giving the gift of knowledge is always a really good option. So we have many great workshops and very inexpensive stuff as well on the website. So thank you for this comment, Lojo.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, stop talking, Julie.
You try to get out of it.
No, I honestly completely forgot we were doing it. Go ahead.
You have your grandmother that is pushing for your reading. So I'm hoping there is a message that, yeah. Okay, we have a card. Okay. Okay, not sure it's for you or me. So I will start with just naming what I have there, and then I will skip because that was the energy from the grandmother that was brought here. So we have the grief, we have the purge, and we have the full moon. Believe it or not, it says that somebody was grieving and purging the grief at the full moon. So Julie, I don't know if it's you and me or both, but that was, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's why my lung problem started to happen. Like I kind of knew I was processing emotions from a year ago. So yeah.
Okay. So just know that she's giving me the star. She's giving me the symbol of the star. I don't know what, but she's telling you that there is something significant. Why are you smiling? Do you have a star?
I just saw a comment in the chat. Sorry.
Okay. So she's giving me the star. So something will pop up in the shape of a star, or will make sense. She's giving you the star as what you have to aim for. So keep that in mind. Normally that's the next day something pops up and you have the big reveal. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see for your year. What's coming for you?
I have a star right here on my desk. It's a selenite decoration.
The selenite remove the dirt, correct?
I don't know. I just bought it because I thought it was cool.
Okay. So keep it near you because that's exactly what you were guided to do because of this.
That's so cool.
Okay, so let's see for 2024 now that thank you thank you grandma for this. Let's see what else is there for you. Okay, well, it says moving. So you two are moving, nomad, moving. A lot of travel is going to happen this year. I do have reaching stability. Let's see. Is there something that is off topic that you don't want me to talk? I know Sam.
Sam is saying, go ahead.
Sam is saying I want to speak too.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
You guys are very funny in the chat tonight. Time to pull out grandma's sexy sweater. Laura.
Okay. Well, this year is going to be really stable, really good. Good news first. Really good. Really stable. I like it for you. You're going to be really, really happy where you are in life. This new year for you is going to feel like you finally reach a level of accomplishment that you're really happy about. So new projects are going to be born out of it, because when you reach a new level, you have to go through for the next one. So you are going to do new ways of new project, yes, but I can tell you right away that you're going to have to travel more. You're going to have to take more time off, better balance, so you can create more also on the side. So you're going to change how you do stuff, and it's still going to be stable, because that new level, you're maintaining it through the next year, just changing how you deal with that. So more time off, but also more time for new projects, if that makes sense. So better balance out of it. And also when it comes to the move, I hate to see those cards, but I have them, Julie. So it says that the house that we left behind us with our father's passing, we're going to have news of it. We're going to have news. So that's in the news. The last thing for you, I can tell you right away that when it comes to partnership, there is going to be something really surprising from the past that is coming, 2024. Positive.
Okay. Okay, I was trying to judge by your face. I was like, is it positive? Is it negative?
No, it's really positive. I know you don't like the Tower in love. The Tower means that in love, that it's something surprising, and it may be
control.
Yeah, you lose control. It may be also like love at first sight, but since it's somebody that you already know, it may be something you have to adjust to, because I know your personality, you don't like that kind of stuff, but it's going to be good. It's really going to be good.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Sophie. I feel very relieved, because first of all, when you said positive things first, I was like, what's going to be the later part of that reading? But I always appreciate your honesty and your care. Like, your readings are just the best. Thank you so much. A lot of good comments. Thank you so much, everybody, for your love. Tim is saying you deserve it for all the hard work. Julie, thank you so much. Ellie's saying you accomplished so much. Yeah, that was like a really interesting 2 years, but bringing a lot of blessings too.
You
like,
work so hard. From people that don't know it, Julie, you work every day. There is no stop. I don't know if you have regular hours. I see you working all time during day, night, weekends. So I know how hard you work, even though you're not maybe on the screen all full 7 days. So I just want to say thank you so much from everyone that is working with you. We really appreciate that.
Thank you, Sophie. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you're right. Like, when you said, like, I need to have a better balance to get a personal life, that would be great. So like Laura says, better get that assistant. Yeah, thank you so much, Sophie. Really appreciate it. And of course, I think knowing a little bit of what's coming for you in advance, for all the energies that we will have to deal with for the next year, is always a good thing. So if you'd like to have a personalized consultation with Sophie, she offers the 1 hour reading at the moment. And I believe, Sophie, there's a possibility to get a reading right now before the holidays with you, because you added some more dates. Is that the case?
Yes, I think I have a few left for next week even. So
wow. Okay, so if you'd like to know what the holiday season will have for you, or if you'd like to know about your next year ahead, you can either book with Sophie or Meg. If you'd like more of an astrology reading, you have two choices with Meg, either the birth chart reading or the 1 year personal forecast is very popular right now to look into the 2024 year ahead. And you could do the same thing with the tarot cards with Sophie. With I think you use tarot cards and a mix of oracle cards within your reading. And a lot of people don't know, so I might say it right away, but you also specialize in past lives and also talking to people that have passed on the other side. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So I know we haven't really specialized it on a product yet. So if you'd like to get also that sort of reading, you can book with the 1 hour personal reading with Sophie. And Sorita is here as well. And you can have a starseed reading, Origins and Mission, with her as well. And the other one that she offers is more like an oracle guidance reading. Also, that's the mystical reading that I didn't put on there, but it's also available on the website. And if you'd like to gift it to someone else, you can also look at the gift cards that are on the website. So you guys are really funny. Someone says she's a Virgo. That's all she knows. I can't. Yeah, Lisa, of course she does. She's a Virgo. So yeah, being a Virgo, usually work is very much part of your day-to-day life. And also, Meg, I'd like to have your take on what we just produced over here for 2024. Tell me a little bit about the comments that you received on your platforms.
Well, I have not seen one negative comment, and I'm not just saying that. I've seen all really positive comments, which means so much to myself and Julie, you guys. So I want to say thank you to everyone so much for all the positive comments and feedback on our 2024 prediction videos for all of the 12 different zodiac signs. So I think we did a really good job, and I don't mean that to sound egotistical, but I think we really did a good job, Julie. We worked really hard. We looked at what are the most important transits for 2024, how is that going to affect each of the 12 signs? And it's always fun to listen to, whether it's your sun sign or your rising or even your moon sign for more personal interpretations. It's really powerful to do at this time of year to listen to those predictions. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Me too. I have to say I'm very proud of what we produced over here. These are 30 minutes videos. And of course, if you're an IAP members from the beyondmystic.net website, they are for free in your membership. Or if you'd like also to purchase them individually for each zodiac signs, they are $3.99, so not expensive at all. And I think it's a beautiful way to plan ahead or what's going to maybe be the main focus in your life for 2024. So if you'd like to check that out, please go on beyondmystic.net.
I watched mine, by the way. I watched Pisces for my rising, and it's really, really nice. So I love how you did that. Just the dates, the more important transit, and the length of it. It's just perfect. Most people now lose attention really quickly because that's how we are now with technology. 30 minutes, it's just perfect. I was totally focused during that whole time. I wanted more at the end because I was just amazing, but I was really sure about the year. So it, for me, was just perfect.
Well, thank you so much. We tried to do it as, let's say, knowledge pack, but also not too long because you don't want to get overwhelmed with a lot of what's going on in a year. Like, it's a long span of time. So thank you for all the beautiful comments of everybody that watched their sign. Thank you, Sophie, for that as well. Okay, time to answer some of you guys' questions. So if you'd like to have your question answered, it's still time to put it in the super chats or in the chat. All right, Sophie, I have one for you here. Kennedy Kate says, it's my brother's birthday today, and we lost him about 18 and a half years ago. Very sorry for your loss. Any messages from him? His name is Justin, if that helps.
Let's see. I'm really sorry about your loss. Wow. Okay. He's giving me the pen and the paper. So have you found a letter recently from him? Have you found something that he wrote? Because if you did, or if you found in the next few days, it's really him giving you that message and being with you while you see that paper or that letter. Could be a text because it's now technology, but there is something in writing that you're going to find. Either you find it really recently that had that made you emotional, or you're going to find in the next few days. Let's see more. Yes, something that you kept. He also wants to talk about, there may be sensitive topic here, so I will not talk about everything that I have. But definitely there is something that is not, I'm sorry to say that, at peace, that you will bring peace to him really soon. So try to find something that was written, because it may be a will, it may be a text, it may be a letter. There is something that will come up that needs to be, maybe it's for you. You think that he is not at peace because of that, but maybe it's for you. You need to do that so you are at peace and releasing that emotion, that energy. We had the eclipse recently. We have the full moon now in Gemini, writing, communication. So I think that it's the perfect timing to release that. And don't panic if you don't find it really soon. When it's Mercury retrograde really soon, that will be, we tend to find things easily. So there is peace coming through communication in writing. He wants to bring that up because there is something that is left maybe unsaid, or something that you're not sure, and someone wants to have peace over this.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sophie, for that. And I'm pretty sure it's going to help a lot. And Chelsea's saying happy birthday, Justin. So happy birthday to your brother for sure. Thank you so much, Sophie. Okay, let's move on to another one. Maybe this one can be for Meg. Okay, we have a question here from Miriam Wallace. Thank you so much, Miriam. Any advice for steps to take in beginning a humanitarian project in 2024? She's a Libra sun in rising with the moon in Cancer. Love and thanks.
Wow. Okay, well, just astrologically speaking, I know because we did our 2024 prediction videos, Miriam, that for Cancers, it's a really powerful time to start new businesses, to start new things that we're going to be publicly seen for, because I believe, if I'm remembering at the top of my head, the eclipses are activating Cancer's 10th house and 4th house in 2024. So the 10th house is how we're publicly seen, which, whether you're starting a business to be a part of this humanitarian project, it's how you're publicly going to be seen. So astrologically, it's very in alignment with you being a moon in Cancer and Cancer rising. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards as well.
And I just want to add, I just pulled the chart for next year. And for Libra rising, the North Node will be in your 7th house. So meaning you'll be guided to form alliances and partnerships. So for Libra rising, like if you have, let's say, a business idea within a partnership, is going to be very positive for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like you're definitely in alignment, Miriam. It feels like whatever this humanitarian project is, it's very much in alignment. I pulled this Child of the Cosmos card that says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. And this card just makes me feel like being in alignment with our divine intelligence, emotional intelligence, higher intelligence. So I just keep getting you're very in alignment with that. There is a message coming through in the Lenormand cards. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. Watch out, be very aware of who is surrounding this project and who you partner with. Okay, so I'm not saying this to be negative or fear-based. I think that whatever it is that you're starting to be a part of, Miriam, is very, very important. I can feel the energy of that. And there might be some infiltrating energy that would try to disrupt that, whether that's through people trying to seem like they're trying to help out, but they're actually a disruptor. We've got the fox, or whether that's just energetically. So I would say doing protection is very, very important, Miriam. Whenever we're doing something that's going to be helping the world, we need to be doing protection work. And people who think we don't need to be doing that, just talk to me, Julie, or Sophie, okay? Because we experience it every single day, the need to do cleansing and protection and being very mindful who you you're the woman card, associate yourself with. And I got to tell you guys, every time I do these Lenormand cards, whether it's a man or a woman, I get the man or the woman card. Like I get the specific card. So whenever I get it's called the signifier of the man or the woman, it's very strong message. Just be mindful who you allow to even know the information about the project. It feels very in alignment and it feels very important. So keep up the good work.
Yay. Thank you so much, Meg, for answering Miriam's question. Really appreciate it. Okay, I think we have the one last one here on the YouTube, and I'll check quickly on the Rumble channel. Okay, one for you, Sophie, from Ellie, P777. Thank you, Ellie. Can you pull for advice on being in the center of so many karmic relatives and in-laws? I'm surrounded. So, very good question, Ellie.
Okay, so we have the Lover, the Sun, the Emperor, the Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. It's for you to be the bigger person. And when you are in the center of karmics, and you said relative and in-laws, it's really about having a good balance, Two of Pentacles, with forgiveness and what you give. So limit what you give out, and have a great balance also with accepting that if you give something out, you give it. And if you don't want to give it, don't give it. Have a great balance and forgive, because it's relative, it's in-laws. Until the point where you say, I don't want to have them in my life, you will have to deal with them and you cannot change that. So it says that the choice is yours. The Lover is a choice from the heart. The choice is yours. At some point, you will have to make the choice. But if you choose to keep them in your life, I know it's not an easy choice because I know the implications. The Emperor and the Sun, it means that you need to be the bigger person. You have that responsibility on your shoulders. And when you said karmics, you may be karmically tied to them. But if you go through that, limiting what you give, accepting what you give, and releasing links of those karmic with forgiveness, it may totally change. That dynamic with many people around you may totally change overnight. So don't give up yet, because you have something to learn from it. And once it's done, it may totally change.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sophie. Really appreciate that. And okay, I think I have one last one. And yes, Ocean Odell says our boundaries are so important. Yes, very good message here. I have one last one that I feel guided to ask you, Sophie. And I know since your specialty is talking to people on the other side, I have one from the Rumble chat over here from Heidi Q1111. She says, my son passed away 8 years ago. I feel him a lot. Is he reincarnated back here or still on the other side? Anything he would want to tell me, please. Okay. We're sending our condolences to you, Heidi. Very sorry for your loss. Let's see if Sophie has any message from your son, if he's reincarnated or what spirit. Maybe the cards will let us know.
Yeah, he's giving me a vertigo. So, and the card that came through is the shell. It's the protection. So right away with this, I would think he is not reincarnated, but let's see. Okay, I get what you're saying. 10 of Cups, the Moon, High Priestess, 6 of Cups. I don't sugarcoat. So if I say something positive, it's truly because it's positive. Also, 10 of Cups, the Moon, High Priestess, and 6 of Cups. The love that you gave him was so pure and so strong. He just wants to say thank you, thank you, thank you for the love that you gave him, because he is still going through that love. He still has that inside of him, and this is still what is pushing him every day. I know that they don't have time like we have, but he is still having that push because of that love that he received from you, and he still received, I'm sure, today. When it comes to reincarnation, there is question right now about should I go or not, but as we can see, we have 2 wands and 2 directions with a Chariot. Not sure yet, but when it will be something that is more spiritual. It will be something that is out of the ordinary with a Page of Wands. It will be something that it may be on another planet. If you believe in that, it may be in other times. So time is not linear. We can go back in time. Atlantis, we can go with Buddhism. I don't know what he wants yet, but let's see. Yeah, distance. So it can be back in time, or it can be other planets, but it's very, very spiritual. So at this current time, the message that he wants to give you is that he is protected, he is safe, and he feels the love that you have for him still today, and he is amazed by that.
Wow, that's such a beautiful reading. Thank you so much, Sophie. I hope it helps Heidi, and I hope you can feel the love. Sorry about my voice was cracking up a little bit. Lakeside Laura is saying, absolutely love that reading. Thank you so much. And Ellie was saying, great advice. Thank you. I have forgiven so many times, and I guess it never ends. So I think she's nodding to the reading you just did for her. Thank you so much, guys. That was a beautiful evening with all of you. Really appreciated the time we spent together. Thank you for being here. Before we leave, I'll just ask Meg, and I have a comment that I'm trying to find of someone saying like how good of a card reader you both are. And yeah, Britt is saying Meg is a very good card reader, and someone else was saying also Sophie, of course. Meg, could you pull some cards maybe for some words of guidance for the following week until next time we do the Divine Feminine Oracles?
Sure.
And by the way, Heidi, I'm seeing in the Rumble chat is saying, thank you so much. I feel him so strongly with 4 little blue hearts. So thank you so much, Heidi, for that beautiful confirmation.
Okay, interesting. So I'm feeling really strongly like if we take time to go within, whether that's through meditation, yoga, whatever your practice is, of like closing your eyes and just going into your inner world, that very profound things can come forward, and that can bring a lot of comfort, divine connection through the next week, because it feels like there's a lot of fog. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I think it's going to be for this whole next week. I'm going to talk about it in my Beyond Astro forecast tomorrow, but we've got some funky aspects going on. It's not just this full moon. We got some other funny stuff going on as well. So going within, this card says, turn your gaze within, intuition, inner authority. All paths lead to home. Doing like a visualization meditation to meet your spirit guides, doing like a shamanic journey feels really good at this time. Going within can bring, I'm hearing, comfort and really strong support. And that's also being reflected in the Lenormand cards as well. Things being revealed, the key by the stars, doing spiritual work, meditation, music, singing, creativity. And it's also going to help with our, any health issues that we got going on. The mice is like health issues, physical and mental health issues. And I'm one to talk because I used to be a really big like meditator. I'm seeing meditation really specifically strongly right now. But ever since the whole situation the past few years, I've had a really hard time meditating. I used to be able to sit there, put my singing bowl sounds on for an hour and just la-di-da-di-da. But ever since like 2020, I've had a really hard time meditating. I don't know if anybody else has had that as well, but really strong message of actually doing meditation, prayer, going within over the next week. And if the screens get to be too much, if all the news, the TV, the social media gets to be too much, turn it off. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. Go back into your own energy field, because everybody is processing a lot of illusions. That Venus conjunct South Node, past life, present life, parallel life, everybody's processing their own stuff, that we don't want to take on other people's stuff while we're already going through our own process. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Wow, thank you, Meg. That's such a powerful message. And of course, I feel like we were divinely guided to put this meditation tomorrow. So we'll be here tomorrow. If you are, let's see, feeling like joining us, this is going to be 3 p.m. Eastern live. And of course, if you aren't available at that time, you can also take the replay. I think it's going to be a beautiful week to visit your inner world, and as Maggie said, do a little meditation practice. And with the singing bowls, I think it's really helpful to go into that meditative state. So I want to thank you both ladies for your readings and your beautiful energy as usual, and thank you for everybody watching us, for commenting in the chat. And I saw a comment, please don't forget also to give us a like before you go. And sending you much love, and we'll see you tomorrow at the live meditation. Thank you, everybody, and see you soon. Au revoir.
Bye.